it is not crap.
We are not the charity tank.
No,
We're
we are
not
not
here
the
to give it
charity
up.
tank.
That's not charity,
but
Robert.
you know what? That's not.
Oh, you didn't invest in anybody else who's going to figure it out. What are you talking about?
Get ready to see some shark fights, since today we will take a look at some moments in which the Shark Tank reached the boiling point. Today we will take a look at the biggest Shark Tank arguments.
I'm calling. I'm calling every single one of you out. I'm calling myself out. All this talk about dreams and drive and destiny. Countless conversations about what we love.
Be somebody. After performing this bit, the extraordinarily dislikable man named Cash finally started giving some useful information to the Sharks.
It's Cash Shake. I'm the founder of Be Somebody, and we're seeking $1 million for 10% of our company.
The Sharks were more scared by his $10 million company valuation. Will the Sharks give Cash the cash to help him to become somebody?
On our platform, you can learn anything that you're passionate about by booking experiences with talented people around you. You book them online, then you meet up in person for a hands-on learning experience.
If explaining it was not enough, Cash decided to demonstrate what he was talking about.
You could book an experience with Ninja Warrior Travis Brewer. Whoa!
But that was still not enough for Cash.
Think from ballet to ballroom to Bollywood.
They wanted to know more about Cash, but he was also more interested in talking about himself, to the point that he couldn't stop it.
You know well,
Cash,
Nick
you're doing
Woodman.
a lot of talking,
Right.
and you're not getting anywhere right now.
Right.
He was passionate about a lot of stuff, but mostly about talking, and that was starting to rub the Sharks the wrong way.
Dropping this Be Somebody hashtag. If you guys search it right now, like get on your phone, search any.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's attributable
But
to
is
you.
that of your company or just in general Be Somebody?
I was the first person in history to trade.
Without considering what Mark said, he just continued talking and started picking which questions to answer, disrespecting some of the Sharks in the process.
Training platform where I go to an expert whitewater rafting person.
Great question. I wanted to get back to the scale question. I think that's important.
So Robert's question was not important, but Mark wanted numbers. And for the Shark, that is the most important answer he can give.
How many
PPA.
experiences did you book last month?
Probably about $2,000.
Okay.
So again, we have a building a
that's
global.
low.
Very low. Cash, of course, tried talking his way out of the numbers game. And while doing that, he ignored everyone else.
She
believes
you
you
so much.
People she's starving. She's gonna starve. She's begging for food.
Mark, no, because Mark,
He's running out of cash.
Cash.
Hey, well,
Cash.
it's one sec.
Six Sharks up here, huh?
What?
Mark had enough of Cash just talking nonsense and not talking about the business. So he set the record straight for him.
Rule number one, the longer the backstory, the worse the deal.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about our business.
More preaching always equals less money for the investor. For those two reasons, I'm out.
Cash should have applied for a church job, it seems. Understandably, Mark was out. Robert and Lori agreed with Mark and declared themselves out as well. Damon didn't learn from the previous experiences and again tried asking Cash a money question.
How much of your own money do you have in this?
$200,000.
Wow.
200,000.
We are pioneering experiential learning.
No, you're not.
Education is a $4.1 trillion industry. Online learning is growing 3 times as fast.
Preach.
Mark was furious that Cash was still only preaching, and things between them got heated.
Cash, the fact that you're believing your own nonsense.
These
Right?
are-
At
this
some
is
point,
real
you gotta
data.
do the work.
These are
Just
real
being
numbers.
somebody doesn't get done, bro. You gotta
What do you
do
think
something.
I've been doing?
The talking didn't stop and Cash was getting increasingly annoying. So Kevin decided to do this.
I'm calling you out. In 8 years of history, you're one of the first people to ever have 6 shots at this,
Right,
okay?
right.
You struck
I
out on
appreciate
every
it.
one. 0.
Mark had that one ready for sure. Will the next entry on our list manage to become somebody? Or will we see an all-out war between the Sharks?
Hey Sharks, my name is Yuna and I'm from San Francisco. My company is Simple Habit and we're seeking $600,000 in exchange for 5% of the company.
Simple habit. Yuna didn't waste any time and stressed out the Sharks within seconds. So much so that she wanted them to meditate a bit to calm them down. But that didn't go as she had planned.
$600,000.
12 million valuation, 5%. These people are horrible. Just don't do business with them. They're just horrible.
Sir Richard Branson tried being the reasonable one. But Yuna didn't seem to mind the Sharks making jokes at her expense, since she basically didn't plan on getting a deal in the first place.
How much money did you raise?
We raised about $2.8 million.
What?
Wow.
2.8 million. Yeah,
The
for what percentage?
latest round was at $12 million valuation cap. We use convertible notes.
Lori and Damon didn't understand. Why would she come to the Shark Tank? And why would she offer just 5% if she wants them to help her with the brand? Yuna proceeded to answer their question.
We're right there. I'm so out. I'm so out, so out, so out. Did you hear what you just said?
Mark could not believe her words since she wanted to raise even more cash, using the excuse of brand building. Richard, on the other hand, didn't see anything wrong with that.
It's a nice problem. She's going to get exposure from being on this program.
But that's what she is. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger.
No, she's not a gold digger.
Damon interrupted this heated moment and told Yuna that he cannot support someone who basically took someone's opportunity, just because they wanted more money. Richard was defending Yuna, but when the time came to invest, he wasn't ready to give the whole amount.
To get involved with the $600,000.
Oh, shocking. Oh, what happened? Shocking.
The thing that Richard didn't know was the very simple rules of Shark Tank that state that the money offered cannot be lower than the asked amount. The only way is to increase the stake.
In it for $300,000 and maybe for 10%.
No, sir, Richard Branson.
I'm asking a question.
It has to be 600.
What was edited out of the episode was the moment at which Mark asked Richard if he ever even watched the show, since he didn't know the basics. And that pushed him over the edge, making him do this. Now it all seemed fun and games, but trust us, this was a lot more serious than it appeared. After calming down, Mark gave his point of view to Yuna, but even there some drama managed to creep in.
The visibility, you valued the increased marketability and the value to your product, but you really didn't value us. I get your position that the 3 months of accelerating me alone.
After Richard left Mark alone, all of the other sharks left the deal. Richard didn't put his money where his mouth was, and Yuna left without a deal. After the show, Mark told the sharks why he acted so rashly. What do you think? Did Mark make the wrong decision here?
People, particularly from Silicon Valley, who look at us as a growth hack. They could care less if they got our money or our expertise. They just wanted the commercial. I think that's wrong.
Richard is too soft to be a shark. Maybe we can classify him as a dolphin with anger issues. However, the last entry of this list is even more dramatic in the end.
Christopher Gray. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and my company is Scully. I'm seeking $40,000 for 15% of my company.
Scully. He came to the Shark Tank with an offer that showed the sharks that this man came to get a deal. But for that to happen, the sharks needed to know what they would be investing in.
Match your students with hundreds of potential scholarships. You simply input some information about yourself, such as the state you live in, your GPA, and press match. And there you have it, a list of scholarships you qualify for, literally in minutes.
The sharks loved the cause and the idea behind his business and wanted to know if Christopher did it all by himself.
2 co-founders, they both are app and web developers. I'm the business guy, the CEO.
How'd you come up with this idea?
So I'm right now a junior. I'm an undergraduate at Drexel University. I won $1.3 million in scholarships.
He managed to achieve this amazing feat by just being patient and applying nonstop for scholarships. The sharks were amazed by his work ethic and wanted to know more about his background.
I'm not even going to ask you, how do we monetize this? But I want you to say yes.
I want to be part of this. It's really a personal matter.
Somehow Damon decided to stop acting like a shark as well and started making offers without knowing any of the numbers, while the other sharks were desperately trying to get some numbers.
Walked in here with a
This could
thought,
be a very large business.
Damon and I both are not even asking you.
Well, let him answer. Let him answer. I want to know what he says to that.
Yeah.
Lori and Damon didn't even let the other sharks speak, making them even more furious. But Lori continued convincing him.
When you haven't even asked about the entire business and how it works.
Because you know what, we'll figure it out. We'll take affordable next steps forward. We will call the other Roberts and Cubans in the world to give us advice.
You know what?
They even teamed up to convince him, which eventually turned out to be the right move for them, but a very wrong move for the rest of the sharks.
I'm gonna take your deal.
Good, done.
Thanks. All right.
They managed to secure the deal and piss off all the other sharks with it.
An app, he downloaded 92,000.
I'm a very charitable guy
Sometimes it's
too.
about helping America and making the
Is it a
world
charity?
better place.
Lori, that is such crap.
Mark, Robert, and Kevin did not appreciate their approach to this deal. But more than anything, they were mad because of the wrong message they were giving.
You're not a real
So I'm just
guy.
going to go, okay? Because There was no need to do something
You should do that, but that's actually not
You're
you.
smarter than
You're
that.
not the guy to walk away and really good
compassionate.
about what I did.
Let's go.
Damon, do you?
I feel great.
We feel great.
Lori didn't understand that reason, so she told them why she thinks they were mad. The sharks were furious and some of them had to step out in order to avoid escalating the situation even more. In the end, Lori and Damon were left alone in the tank. Mark is known as one aggressive shark, and that can be seen in our previous video as well, where he calls out scammers. Click here to check it out.